What's up, everybody? Crazy H here with a Transformers review. This time from the Studio Series line, we are looking at Starscream from Transformers 1. So let's get into the box and then we'll get into the figure. So you got the plastic packaging with the Studio Series new format for their boxes, which we're going to see going forward. No more numbering system, which is a bummer, and no more backdrops. But what we do have a nice artwork of the figure right here in robot and alt mode. And if you angle the box, you can see the whole thing. Over there you have a picture of something. I can't really make it out. He is a deluxe class. Takes 30 steps to change him from robot to vehicle mode. Got a nice picture of him right here. Very Starscreamy. Top of the box, it says Transformers 1 Starscream, Cartomy. Back of the box, you have an image of him from the movie. A little blurb right here from it. Starscream leads High Guard fighting corruption from the shadows. There's his Tetrajet mode for 30 steps, and there's his bot mode. Bunch of words and stuff. Here is your barcode if anyone needs it. And here is words and boring bottom that no one cares about. So, well, that being said, let's open this guy up. Alright, so this is Starscream and everything he comes with out of the packaging. Let me adjust the camera a little bit. So, of course, you get the figure. You get a sheet of instructions. You have this piece. Got his null rays, which are very, very tiny. Very tiny. 2 of those. And then this gun. Oops. Wouldn't it be me if I didn't drop something, right? And this gun. So now, let me take a look at the instructions and see how these things get placed. So we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do the accessories first. So these two are his handheld guns, right, which he could hold. Like so. These are really tight to get in his hands. Tight like a tiger. Okay. Yeah, the one thing I noticed about the Transformer 1 figures is like they can't really hold this stuff really well. Alright, so you have that option, right? That's option 1. Option 2 is you can combine them. Now normally I know the accessories last, but I figured let me just do them now. So he has that going on. Weapon storage back here for him. That's the other option. And then my option is to have him hold this and just keep that back there as part of his alt mode. And now for the null rays, let's get into these. There's a few things you could do with these as well. Actually, there's only one thing you can do. You can put them up here on his shoulders. They're kind of sitting high up there too. They're not in the normal. They're not lower in the forearm at all. So you could put them on here. There we go. And then you have that option with the null rays. Kind of small, and I kind of wish they were here more than up there. But I guess that's how they had it in the movie. I don't remember. I gotta rewatch the movie. It's been a minute. Alright, so with all those accessories attached, now let's take a look at the figure and what he looks like. So let's get in real close, like, for his head sculpt. There it is with a red face. Silver face, red eyes, and a dark gray helmet. Going down, he's got like a maroonish red body. Nice orange window. And this is like a tannish gray color right here for his body. And he's got his blue arms, forearms, and some blues on him as well, and some blacks. Going down the leg. You can tell how he is. He's got the Starscream-esque look going on. Here's the back of him. Most of the airplane mode's on his back. It's not a bad backpack. Not a bad looking figure. I know people saying it doesn't have a waist rotation, which is a bummer. But yeah, the gun is kind of very waffly and not clean looking at all. Then again, here are the null rays, very plain as well. But looking at the back, he's pretty stacked with armament and guns. Got a bunch here. He's got one for this, and his null rays in this thing too. So he's armed up pretty nice. Pretty nice. All right, so that's Starscream's robot mode. Now let's take a look at his fellow cast members in a comparison. We do that if you wanted to. According to instructions, you could have him bring these out like that. But that looks stupid. It really does. I do like this look better. And that's how it's going to be. All right. Now, on for some comparisons. Go right in order of how I have him set up. Here he is with Alpha Trion, Optimus Prime. What do you want to call him? Here he is. Here he is with his future boss, Megatron. He is with Elita 1. Now, one thing I did notice is a lot of these Transformers from Transform 1 got very long legs. Even he has long legs too. Just pointing that out. He's with B127, Badassatron, or Bumblebee, whatever you want to call him. And last but not least, here he is with Sentinel Prime. Let's see if I get a wider shot of these two. Alright, so that was Starscream in his robot mode. Now let me go on to transformation. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's do the transformation for Studio Series Starscream from Transformers 1, the movie. Now, before I get started, I like to say that I've been practicing the transformation to get used to it, and I have a lot of things going on, like nose cone fell off, chest piece fell off, what else came off of this guy? The wings pop off. These red things are popping off a lot, and these blue panels are popping off. So it may just be, my copy. It may not be every copy out there, but as for me, I have a lot of issues with this thing, with pieces just popping off during transformation. With that being said, let's get into it. All right, first things first, I'm going to take off all the accessories, all but the one on the back. So these come off and that comes off. I'm keeping this piece as is, so I'm not going to remove it. So, okay. Turn them around, and you want to take the wings, spin them around like this. Try to get them out the way. All right, take those, get them out the way. And then you want to take these red pylons, and you want to just unclip them from right here. They're tabbed in right there, so you just want to be careful, because you can see how they're placed. This one is very loose on mine, so you just want to unplug them like this, get them out the way, and then you want to take this piece and bring it back like that. And you want to turn him around. You want to take his head and just pop it up. Make him look like Mecha Neck. Give him a nice big long neck. Next part is you want to take the chest piece, pop it up, separate this from the chest piece if you could. Right? Am I doing that right? It's just saying, trying to get this piece up like that, so you could bring this out. So you can bring the cockpit out on this double hinge and bring that out, and then you want to unfold all the nose cone. Now, one thing, this thing's supposed to go up and clip in. I can't get it to clip in for the life of me. She has a peg there that's supposed to go into this hole right up in here, and I can't for the life of me get it to line up. Let me try something really quick. All right, so this is the piece that keeps popping off. So as you can see, it's not like, I don't know if it's supposed to do that, have that big gap right there, but I don't think so. I don't think it's supposed to. I feel like it's not closing in flush like it's supposed to. If you could look here, it's supposed to snap in, but it looks like it's, and I can't get it to go up any further than that. I can't get it to snap in. Looking at other people's videos, I'm gonna try something else. Hold on. All right, I finally got it pegged in. And then, of course, you want to bring this all the way back. And like that. Now it's sitting flush, how it's supposed to. All right, Now let me attach this back to the chest and continue the transformation. All right, so the next step is after you have all that done, you want to bring this all the way up and it's going to snap into place. And just want to push Starscream's head back into the recess so you have that going on. So you have the front of the jet done. And you want to take this piece and just, let's get everything out the way over here. And you close that up as well. So now you have the top piece completed as well. I'm going to come over here to the leg section, and these blue tabs, you want to open them up. If I could get my fat fingers in there. That's one of the biggest problems. There we go. And just open it up on both sides here. Not fat finger friendly at all. And just open them up like that. So then you want to like form a Z almost with the legs. So at the waist or right here at the hips, just bring them down. You could do it at the same time, but you gotta keep them. Same time, you want to keep them straight as well. So you have that look on. You almost have like the gear walk. That's the gear walk, whatever they call it, look going on. And then you want to bend them at the knees like this. All right, so now you have that going on. And then you want to come over here and of course combine them together, snap them together like that. Reading is right. There's these these right here are gonna go, if you could see these right here. So you're gonna bring these up and around, and they should tab in. They should, right? Allegedly tab in. I don't know if they're tabbed in. There we go. Push this one in a little more. There we go. Satisfying little snap. All right, so I'm pretty sure they're tabbed in now. Go back here. You want to take these thrusters and let me see, where is it? If you could see them. Let's see. All right. I'm using your gun as a pointer. Right here. This piece right here is going to tab into this right there. So you just want to take the thruster. Then you're going to clip them. And then bring them in on both sides. On the tight side. All right. Now you have the thrusters in place, which is nice. I like the fact that they're, well, are they really? No, let me do it better. Let me do it better off camera. Much better. You can see it's a cleaner, it's a cleaner connection now. I'm going to take his feet and push him up into that position like that. So now you have the back end of the ship all done. Put him over. This part is a little weird. I've tried it a few times. I couldn't get it. The hands are supposed to, I think they're just supposed to rest in here. They're not supposed to really snap in or anything. But there's just supposed to, there's like the hollow bit in the arm is supposed to sit right in here like that. Not much to it really, but it looks like it just, I don't know if it doesn't supposed to snap in or not, but that's what it's supposed to look like, I think. I mean, it doesn't say nothing about it snapping in. Let me see that. Hold on. All right, so what I'm reading, so it has these two pegs right there, and it's supposed to go into this spot right here. So I'm gonna play with it and see if I can get them snapped in. All right, I did my best. This one seems to snap in no problem. This one, I can't get it to snap in, but That's how it's supposed to sit on his legs, like that. Shoulder pieces, you bring them up like that, right? And now you want to take his gun, try to figure this part out. Looks like it goes in like this. Like that, and then this comes down. And let me do this again off camera so I don't pop everything out. They're wrong. So you gotta take these. Looks like these got rotated from the top. Right? How does this? Let me see something. Let me see something real quick. So there's an outer side. This part right here actually untabs. That's what I was missing. Okay, look at these. Yeah, so I don't know how these. Watching MGo's video, and these things seem to just supposed to have a tight fit, but I don't see that happening on these arms at all. All right, I'm gonna skip those. Bring it up, and then untab this. All right, so we got that going on, right? You guys all following me so far? Great.
Just bring it up a little bit for now. Untab, rotate that out, and bring that up. And we're going to do our weapon storage right now. So the null rays, just plug in right here. I take them off during transformation just to...
The next step is you want to do his weapon storage so you want to take his guns, or his null rays, whatever you want to call them, and plug them in here on both sides of the shoulder pads. Okay, like that. Put them to the side. So you have that look going on. Can you stand up? No. All right, so now you're gonna take this blue gun, and it's gonna tab in. Let me see if I'm doing this right. Okay, like that. And then you just want to bring these up and over. Get these out the way. And they should pop off. Of course they're gonna pop off. Yeah, it's this way. It is this way. Okay, we'll make sure I have the right orientation. It's not the deepest connection. Just keeps popping off. Easy transformation, but goddamn, that thing wants to fight me. All right, so you bring that in, you bring that in. It should tab in the bottom here, like so. I think what I'm gonna do, hold on. All right, I didn't record it, but here is the weapons that I've clipped. This one tabs into I didn't videotape it because it was very finicky, and I had the shoulders rotated wrong to begin with also, but they all tab into this thing, and the shoulders come together and close it up, and then these things go into a peg over here that I showed earlier. So you got the weapon placement there in the front of the plane, and now we're going to work on the wings. But with the wings, you want to make sure that these are out of the way. Turn around this way. Get these out the way. Pop these up. Get these up and up. Like so. I have them turned the wrong way. So you want to have them turn this way and then bring them up like this. So they look like that. And now for these bad boys, do they just stay where they are? Let me see where these things go. They look like they don't go here. Hold on. All right. So, again, I didn't show it off camera. You bring these back, and they tab into the part of the wing over here, and then you unfold the wings like so. So there you go. There is his alt mode, and you know it'd be a lot easier if things weren't falling apart. It took a lot longer than it should have because everything was falling apart on it. This piece especially, chest again, shoulder pieces, and this is still not clipping in as clean as it should. But here he is in his transformation, in his Tetrajet mode. And I feel like certain things are just popping out. But there it is. Yeah, show it like that. Ta-da! All right, everybody. So here is the alt mode for Studio Series Transformers 1 Starscream. We did the bot mode. We did the transformation, which was a lot longer than I wanted it to be. So now here is the alt mode. And let's take a look at it and see what it looks like and you like it or not. So it is kind of a Tetrajet. He's kind of got the angle of it going and all that. He's got the look of it. So over here, let's start over here. It's not gray on red. It's more like a muted, almost like a little very light tan on a maroon color. Not your normal Starscream deep red and light gray. You got a gold cockpit right there going through. He's got a lot of weapons here. He's got 6 guns on the wings, 2 on the bottom, and then he's got this. This has actually three barrels as well. So he's pretty stocked with weapons, and I think he's got a rear gun as well. So he's pretty well armed. So here it is going down the back of it. Here's his little stubby wings, and they're done on a Cyclonus type style with a boomerang going facing the other way. Got some blue right here. I do like the maroon though. On the back, you can see his hands are just chilling. He's got some nice throws. I wish there was a way to hide the hands. You know, they could have done something better with it. But it is what it is, right? So here he is from the top in all his glory. Spinning around on the bottom, you can see his legs and his hands and all that stuff. So the bottoms are always the problem with the jet formers. But this is his alt mode. Let's do some comparisons. All right, let's do some comparisons. Now, these are all from Studio Series Transformer 1 line. So there's not going to be, I'm not going to show any of the Bumblebee movie, Earthrise, Tetrajet, anything like that. It's just going to be straight up Transformer 1, what they released so far. So without being said and enough babbling, here he is with his fellow jet former, Sentinel Prime. Sentinels, of course, has the same issue that he does. If you lift him up, you pretty much see his body underneath it. But from the top, they look great. Now here we have Fat Rob's favorite, Bumblebee, B127, or was it Badassatron? So you can see how they look together. I don't know if scale's a thing in Cybertron, but I don't think a Tetrajet should be smaller than a land vehicle. I'm just saying. Here he is next to Elita 1. Again, she's a I would say a three-wheel motorcycle. I don't know, tricycle? No, not tricycle. Tri-bike? Nah, I don't know. But here, she got 3 wheels and she's a bike. Here he is with one of the most misunderstood characters in the movie, Megatron, fanboy of Megatronus. So you can see how they look together. Not bad. It's a little crooked. And finally, here he is with Optimus Prime, or before he was Prime. I was about to call him Alpha Trion again. Jesus Christ. Orion Pax. Areas where Orion packs. You can see the different sizes. And they refused. It was like they have the same color gray, looks like, or tan color going on with both of them. All right, so that was my look at Starscream in his alt mode. So this is from Studio Series, Transformers 1, the movie Starscream. I had a hard time transforming him only because parts kept falling off. I don't know if yours doesn't. Yours is better quality. I just had a shitty copy or not. But I did have problems transforming them, and it took a very easy transformation. It just took a while because parts like this kept falling off. Nose cone wasn't lining up, so I couldn't get a clean snap in here. Chest comes off. These blue panels were popping off. Yeah, so I was having not these blue panels. These right here were popping off on the sides here. But all in all, like from the top, it looks like a really good jet mode. I like the fact that he's got so many guns coming out over here. Just a nice look. But then, you turn it over and the arms are just sticking out. Very ugly looking. Feet are right there, pretty much just folded up. So it's a typical, let's tuck the robot underneath the jet and hopefully no one will notice. But I do like the top of it. I do like how it looks. I do like the style. Yeah, certain things don't close too great on this either. As you can see, this is not closing flush. But all in all, pretty cool looking figure. Not a bad one. So one more video to come, and that is the fame or shame video. Where does he fall on that? That's it for this video. I do hope you all enjoyed it. Stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy your toys. Crazy 8s is out.